Hello, this is wmpyr. Recently, I got a question. I thought it was a very good question from one of my Japanese viewers, so I thought I would share it with you guys today. And the question was, this person studies anatomy and also is a chiropractor. So this person said, do you think that would help in, like, for self-defense, right? Or in a real life situation, is that going to help me? And yeah, I think the average person, the average answer is, of course, yes, it's going to help you out. That kind of knowledge. And when I say anatomy, I'm not talking about basic anatomy. I'm talking about like being able to know the different names of the tendons. I'm not just talking about like the radial bone. I'm talking about being able to know the name of the parts on the radial bone. That kind of detail. Is that necessary? Do we really need to know that? And is that really going to help you out in a real life situation? And like I said, I think the general answer, people are going to say, yes, it's going to help you. A lot of people are going to say, good for you, study anatomy. My answer is a little bit different. My answer is basically, it can help you, it could 100% not help you, and everything in between. To me, that's the reality. And that's the same with, it doesn't have to be anatomy. We could be talking about another style. This could be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, this could be Sambo, this could be Capoeira, this could be Karate, this could be some type of Kung Fu. It doesn't matter. In fact, it doesn't even have to be a martial arts style. It could be golf, tennis, swimming. It could be rock climbing, hang gliding, any kind of skill. And it could even be a technique, so even more specific. It could be like Mr. Pedro brought up Nanban Aruki, which is the old school way of humans used to walk in Japan. They're saying that the way people walked back then and the way people walk today is not the same. So it could even be something like that, walking skills, okay? So my point is, it's just like any martial arts technique. It can help, it may not help, and everything in between. People want guarantees, and I go against that. I go, that's not where you get your confidence from. Your confidence, to me, comes from your training and how you put everything together. That's where your confidence should come from. Not from, I studied this style, and the lineage is this, and my teacher is this. None of those things. I'm a black belt, I'm this, I'm that. None of those things should be your confidence. And none of those things are guarantees. So I tend to walk away from that, okay? So, yeah, I think what's important here is not the style, it's not the technique, it's not the material, right? Whether it's golf or whether it's meditation or relaxation or focusing skills. It's none of that. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's origami or if it's flower arranging. If it benefits you and if you're able to use it to where it gives you an advantage, that is what's important. So the ability to use things and make it to where it gives you that advantage in a real life situation, that's what we're looking for. That's what's important. For example, let's say we have a guy, his main style is Taekwondo. So he's been doing Taekwondo for years, maybe like 5 years, right? He's dedicated. He loves it. He's a Taekwondo guy, okay? He gets into a street altercation. But before that, one part I didn't mention was this guy, because he does Taekwondo for a long time, he felt like, it is missing the grappling stuff. So let me go train in Sambo, okay? So he's been doing Sambo for a few months, right? But his main style is Taekwondo for many years, right? Gets into a self-defense situation, street altercation, and he's like, oh, what the heck? It's happening. This is my moment. This is where I need to use my style. I need to use my skills. All right. So he front kicks the guy right in the solar plexus, and the guy goes down, and it ends immediately. That's it. It ended. Okay. So then in this particular case, Sambo was useless. He didn't need it. I'm not saying that Sambo doesn't work. I'm just saying in this particular situation, if he hadn't been training in Sambo, it wouldn't have made a difference whether he had or hadn't. He didn't need it. Okay? So that is just, it is what it is. So for this guy, in this particular situation, he didn't need any grappling skills. His Taekwondo was enough. Okay? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. If you make it into a factor where it is useful to you, it is beneficial to you, then that's great. So another example I could give you is, let's say a guy's training in Eskrima, right? So he's training in Filipino martial arts, Eskrima. So the main thing is the sticks, but he trains in other weapons, of course, but sticks are the main. It's more than 50% of the class, right? He's doing single stick, double stick, right? And for a real life altercation, this guy, in his mind, he thinks he doesn't walk around with sticks. So then it's like, okay, what are you going to do? He's going to use his empty hands. That's what he's thinking, or he should be, because that's the reality. He doesn't carry a knife. Okay? So he trains with sticks, he trains with the knife, but he doesn't walk around with a knife. He doesn't walk around with a stick. Then he is going to be using empty hand in a self-defense situation. That's logical, right? So then you say to the guy, okay, I know you're training in Eskrima, and Eskrima, the sticks is big part, so I get the sticks. Why are you doing knife stuff then? Why isn't that a waste of your time? And you have no intention of ever using a knife for self-defense, then you're wasting your time, aren't you? And you don't carry a knife. Why do you even do knife practice then? And to me, that's a fair question. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. I think that makes sense. So for this guy, it's like maybe he shouldn't be doing any kind of knife work at all then. But if for this guy, because he intends to use empty hand, right, then going from stick to empty hand is a little brutal. It's a big difference because the stick is way longer, and empty hand, you don't have that much reach. It's going to feel a lot different and whatever. So even though you're trying to use the same skills that you develop from the sticks to empty hand, it's a big jump. Let's say the knife provides the in-between because it's a little bit smaller than the stick. It's closer to empty hand. So it's like a right in-between point. And it makes that transition easier to bring your stick skills into empty hand. So in that case, if that's why you're doing the knife, is to help your empty hand skills get better and to make the transition from stick to empty hand easier, then it makes total sense to do the knife. So in this case, indirectly, the knife training is helping this person, even though they have no intention of ever carrying a knife in real life, right? So if you think of it that way, there are ways for things to benefit you. Of course, directly, you want that, but there's also indirect benefits as well. And you want as much of those as possible. Whatever it is, I don't care if it's flower arranging, really, or if it's playing chess, if it's going to help you focus, if it's going to help you stay calm, if it's going to help you learn how to manage stress better and make decisions, then you need all of that in combat. But if you tell yourself, oh, this is totally different, this is my chess skills aren't going to help me, then it doesn't help you. All right. So it's what I'm trying to say is it's up to you. Okay. So that's my answer. It's not about what it is. It's about how are you using it. And that is my answer to this question. So I hope that helps in some way, shape, or form. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.